Hi guys, and welcome to today's task. Today's task is going to be a special one. It is quarantine DIY tasks. Now, I think most of the globe is under a quarantine where they can't either leave their house or they have to have social distancing. Either way, you are given most likely time that you didn't necessarily want, but it's time that you're stuck at your home. And most people are probably already getting a little frustrated by having to be home all day long. So I'm going to give you some tasks to do at your house and take advantage of this time that you've been given. Currently, your sink has become the headquarters for all activity in the house. Nobody is doing anything without washing their hands in between. And if you have a backed up drain, you're going to get a pool of water, and that is nothing but bacteria that you do not want exposed in the house. So I'm going to show you how to properly take apart your PTrap and your sink and clean it so that the water is flowing away from your house properly. I know you don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is the hardest part of cleaning your entire PTrap, is taking all the stuff underneath that sink and moving it. Now that your sink area is completely cleaned out, you will need a large bowl. We are using the Halloween variety of bowls. I don't like using ones that I'm going to eat out of. This one will clean up just fine, but still. If you're not aware, this is your sink drain that comes down. This curved shaped piece right here is called a PTrap. Water retains in here, keeping the sewer gases on that side of the pipe and not coming out of your drain. If you did not have this, you would smell the raw sewage that goes out of your house. It would reek. So every drain you have, whether it's under your toilet, your sink, your shower, it has this PTrap. If your house is newer, it's most likely going to have these plastic vinyl tabs, which can be hand undone. If it's older, you may have these metal tabs. That one does require a wrench. If you have this metal style, you will need a set of channel locks to undo it. And I will leave a link in my description for a set of channel locks for you. So go ahead and undo these. There are little rings and washers that we do need to keep intact. So make sure you keep track of all of the parts. Hey, that's not as bad as I thought. This PTrap actually doesn't look too bad. There aren't hairballs in it, but I do have a special tool I'm going to stick down in this pipe just to reach and see if there's anything else in there. This is called a hair wrangler, and this is exactly how you clear out hairballs from any of your drains. We're going to place it in as far as it'll go and just pull back, see if it pulls anything back. It looks like we're pretty clear. When looking down this drain, I can see that this one's clear as well. If you don't see anything inhibiting the flow of this PTrap, go ahead and put it right back on. Slide this grommet down and seat it, and then tighten that back up. Now these do not need to be wrench hand tight. Just a good snug fit from your hand is perfect. With our plumbing back together and everything working just fine, I would take this time to wipe out this area. I would recommend using some kind of a sanitary wipe, just because you never get a chance to be back here, and you're gonna put everything back here until the next time. Now, put everything back. Next, we're gonna move to the tub or shower, whichever one you have. Tubs have two different styles of plugging. One you just twist and drops down in, and that's it. Other ones have a little lever right here that will plug it from underneath. Either way, you need to make sure that they're open in order to unclog this tub. This style is probably more common. Simply grab the outer portion of the ring, but don't lift it up all the way, and twist it counterclockwise, and you'll feel it come loose. If you're like me, I will usually unclog this one while I'm in the shower. I know that's a little strange, but that's just how I like to do it. I will reach in and grab for any loose hairs. Oh, there's a bobby pin. And if you find a loose hair, chances are you're going to be able to pull something out like that. But there isn't always loose hairs available to grab around. You can grab around the corners and see if you can grab anything. If there's a lot of buildup, you will be able to. I do mine pretty often, so usually it's pretty clean. If you don't want to do it that way, you can grab, again, the same tool, which I'll link down in the description, and shove it down in. And you have to kind of work it down a little bit because it's got to get past that PTrap like we talked about. Get down in deep and pull. Now, Most houses with females are going to be pulling out a decent amount of hair. But because I clean mine so often, there's not much, and I cleaned it maybe 2-3 weeks ago. But we have one more shower to clean in this house, and we'll go check that one. When this tub has been checked for clean, simply put this on. Be careful not to cross thread and screw it tight. When it's tight, lift up to make sure it pop mechanism works, and you're good to go. Same thing down in the kids' bedroom. Grab the outer ring of this and twist it. If you twist it just by this top knob, there's a chance this will come undone. This one happens to be one piece, so it's not a big deal, but the one upstairs is actually 2 pieces, so you have to be careful. So I recommend grabbing on this outer part and twisting it. And fish your line down. So we got just a little bit of debris because I did this one not too long ago as well. For this next test, we are going to be going to the brains of your house, which is your furnace in my opinion, and we are going to be replacing the air filters. If you do not replace your air filters, you do not realize the amount of dust particles that they are holding on to and bacteria that is in that dust that they are holding on to. Now, all of these tasks are meant to help germs get away from the house and bacteria be minimalized a little bit, if that's possible. I don't even know if that's possible. What I do know is that every 6 months you should be replacing your air filters on your house to help dust and debris get out of the air. Okay, this is a very simple task to do, and I recommend starting out with a large bag to put those dirty, nasty filters in. You're gonna see when I pull them out. And before we work with anything on the furnace, we wanna turn the power off so that we guarantee it's not going to be turning on. Now we'll pull these filters out. And I recommend trying to be a little bit gentle, not because you're gonna hurt them or anything, but there is dust, debris, and garbage on them, and you don't want that shaking out in your air. So slide those in. Some furnaces will have 1 filter, some of them will have 2 filters. Mine happens to have 2, 1 on each side. Now, I only replaced these 3 months ago. I like to do it a little bit more often, and that's how dirty they already are. Here are our new filters. Now, there are all kinds of filters. There's really expensive ones, there's cheap ones. I kind of just go mid-grade. I'm not looking for anything particular, but I think if you have severe asthma or anything like that, you probably want to go to a higher grade filter. It'll just help in the long run. These filters come with a directional flow guide that tells you which way air is supposed to pass through. Air is sucked through this way and then goes out that way. So when I put it in, I need to make sure I'm following that. I know the air is sucked in this way through the intake and then is exhausted back out through the main trunk line. So I want to follow that arrow guide and put it in. Once again, follow the arrow guide and install. These filters are orderable off of Amazon, and what's cool is you can actually put them on an Amazon cycle. So you can have them just automatically delivered every 6 months, which is a pretty good reminder, and I think will help you accomplish that task when you're supposed to. One disclaimer, not all filters are the same size, so you need to make sure you verify your filter size before you order new ones off of Amazon or go to a store or anywhere else you're gonna purchase them. Get the right ones. I've ordered the wrong ones before and it is so frustrating. It's a pain in the rear. It's not that hard to check and verify. Just do it. You guys, there are 3 quarantine tasks that you can go and do on your own, and I recommend that you guys do them for one reason. You will get a sense of accomplishment in this time where we're kind of stuck waiting and sitting and not able to do a lot of things. They really won't cost much either, and they'll only improve the health and cleanliness of your home. You guys, I will leave a link down in the description for all of the products that I used in today's video, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. For today's task, we are going to, so I'm going to properly show you how to, I'm going to, let's see, is my hand straight? So I'm going to properly, sometimes, okay, for this next task, gas? One thing, so you guys, there are 3, I hope I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Do you like my hat, everybody?